I bought 3 shares of stock. So I went to the stockholders meeting and said, I'm a stockholder, and I think that we're going to destroy the battlefield with this power line. And there was a fellow that had sitting next to me and was very interested in it. I told the leaders that I was coming up, and I said, and I think we should we should oppose the power line, we should not route the power line there. And I have 3 votes for it. And this little guy pops up and he says, I have 630,000 shares, and I think Mr. Hillenbrand has a good idea. So literally about 2 days later, there were fleets of helicopters going up and down the river and we finally went to the Department of Interior, and they supported rerouting the power line. What the power line was to go from a mine mount generator and the power to come to Washington. And they already had an alternate route. This was a shortcut. It was a money saver for them. And so the end result, we got them to cancel the power line, and we got them also to require a law that I sponsored and helped to require them to file with the local elected officials. Any city or county in which this line went through had to be consulted in advance. So I don't know how I avoided getting fired from being executive director, because I spent so much time in that battle. And one of the critical items, I interested in Life magazine, and they ran a special editorial calling it the Second Battle of Antietam. And we have a picture of that together with the survey stakes for the power line. So, plus, I had a lot to do with the preserving of the canal. There was a proposal to use it as a right-of-way for an interstate highway. And so we hooked up with the Mr. Justice Douglas, and I had marched the whole distance of the canal. Over a long time, and he was a marvelous addition. He added a great deal of prestige. There's one little anecdote about it. When the local bar association realized that a justice of the Supreme Court was coming, they decided to come and they write it about the farm on this particular weekend. And they came, and Mr. Justice Douglas, in his old clothes, he looked like a tramp. He gets up out of a little tent, and there's a delegation from the Washington County Bar, dressed in mentaculous shows and lawyers' hats, meeting the Supreme Court justice. So that's my story of a very historic place, and of enormous importance with respect to race relationships and many other things. Relationships with Indians, Indian affairs, our great desire as a family is that it be preserved, that and we have done that. We have sold off any rights for development, which makes it less valuable from a sales point of view, but more valuable in one respect, because 1,000 acres from that farm place are now protected from any development, both by the federal government